I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.
What a hot weather. What hot weather. The sun is shining. The weather is sweet. Biddly, 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 boy. Yes, yes, yo. Here we go. There ain't nobody down round here. Andy Rowe. Do you know what? I didn't even have it on. I had it over back at chair because I went out last night. And I thought, I had a different T-shirt on. I thought, I'm putting it on just to irritate you because for some reason, I can't even wear a damn T-shirt at this point without getting some pelters in the comments. So it's just something I wear around house. Basically, lads, if I'm brutally honest, I'm quite attached to my clothes and the cats are feral. And they'll scratch it. If I lay down, if I sit, if I lay back or something, I've got a cat hair on me. I do my best to keep the cat hairs out of the house, but it is ultimately impossible. And they're all over you. So it's just like, I just put on a few different T-shirts that, with the greatest respect to Joe B, I appreciate the shirt. It's not my fit, I'm not going to wear it outside of the house. So that's the reason. And not that, ain't nobody down round here, but, you'd get the better of a weaker man. But that is not why we're here. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. He had to move back to get his greatness in. We've already had an outburst. The clout chasers here. The clock watchers are in. We're 1 minute and 30 and there's still no mention of Leeds United. Nobody do it how he does it. If you didn't know by now, you never knew, boy. Keep liking, keep subscribing. I appreciate every which one here. We will be live tomorrow night for the underlap. I'll be doing a shit vid in the morning and maybe even plan for 2, lads. Plan for 2 and then a big old juicy underlap. I'm going to go out for a few beers beforehand. Celebrate good times with your dong. Celebrate the good times. So, ain't nobody down around here. You know what time it is. 2 minutes. Clock watcher's crazy. We are all depressed about the Dominic Calvert Lewin signing out with, DCL by nickname, which ironically does sound a bit like an injury, doesn't it, in and of itself? Like, oh, he's done his DCL. Couldn't believe it, man. Went over it. Yeah. Do you reckon it's his DCL? Yeah, it's DCL. My thoughts. I'm going to get fully behind it now at this point, as I would do anyway with any signing. What's the point in not? He's a big old lump. He can get the job done to some extent. When he's on it, he's good, isn't he? I think we're just going to have to probably be reliant on all 3 strikers at certain points within the season. Metch is going to have to chip in at times when they... don't know, certain games for certain players. It's going to be horses for courses, isn't it? In his entire career, he's only ever gone more than 10 goals twice. But I do think he's handy. 2 wingers in around him, flying forward, busting some moves. He's a big old gadger and a bit of a target man. He's sort of like a combination of Metcher and Peru, isn't he? But Peru's definitely a better finisher. Metch is probably more agile. He's like an in-between, bit more of a target man. Might be good to bring on. Obviously, with him coming in as a free agent, it might free up, it should certainly free up some serious funds to go out and get some exciting wingers in it. Potentially, even bringing in Solomon as part of the set menu, as part of the starter. And then, get a main course in. Would imagine they're still on the lookout for another striker, to be fair, but I don't think they'll be going for 4 at this point. We are 5 days out before the big game, before the big Everton game. What's point in not getting behind it? I would have preferred something a little bit more exciting, but he is a free agent. Shit is as shit does. Ultimately, we had a laugh about it yesterday, but it could have been Antonio signing as far as all the articles were saying. And the reason why I say all the articles saying, we had Antonio up top, didn't we, at Thorp the other day, selling his fucking, popping his pills outside Ellen Road or whatever, selling his Viagra pills or whatever the Jeffenel they are. And the reason why I'm mentioning Antonio again is it's all over. It's all over the place now. The media have gone there's 4 or 5, 6 different articles on it now, all from top articles, big newspapers. It's just and everybody's it's obviously a slow news day. There's a few people saying that it was sort of wrapped up some time ago with Calvert Lewin, and obviously we've been in for Munez. They wanted dummy money. Atalanta was sort of like the favourite for him and all that stuff. So that it was sort of on the back burner, obviously, as I keep saying, as a free agent. But I do think that needs banging on the drum of. I think we need to keep reiterating that. But all I'm saying now is name me a better partnership. Harrison and DCL the injury. I've said it. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll add an addition. I said Harrison's going to pull something out against Everton, and I'm going to get arrested. Well, I'm changing it. 80th minute, Jack Harrison pulls out wide, whips it in, whips a demon ball in with sweet left foot, whips it round. DCL, back post. Jack arrested. Jack banned from the ground. Jack is no longer allowed within a 3-mile radius of Ellen Road. And then he's asked if it's all worth it. And he's like, you betcha. He's in for his medical, allegedly. As I say, I think there's a good chance that it's all been sewn up. We've wrapped up a good old DCL injury. We've come injury FC, haven't we? The Metcha loves an injury. DCL loves an injury. DCL sounds like an injury. Bogle currently injured. Stroik loves an injury. Name me somebody else probably loves an injury. Speaking of Antonio, you want to buy some weed? The clickbait is in. He's out there selling the pills to the lizards outside Ellen Road on Monday. He's sitting next to me. We're all getting arrested together. You want to buy some weed? Go to your man Antonio. I can't even be asked talking about El Canus anymore. I'm not sure I can keep going with it, guys, honestly. Lord, I give him his strength. I can't do any more Target talk, full stop, I don't think. I'm on the countdown to my court date at this point when I've been banged up for outrageous behaviour on Monday when Harrison whips it into my man DCL, the big injury. Sheffield Wednesday might be up for signing my man Liam Cooper, who I've been told I look a bit like, which I'll take, because I think he's a good man. I think he's a strong man. I don't know if he's a God-fearing man, but I certainly hope he is. And if he does, what is interesting is we might end up playing him. So we have been drawn Bolton or Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup in the second round now delivers the 11 teams or however many teams it is that are in Europe. They all enter into the cup. But none of you lot will obviously want the cup run, will you? Which, you know, I understand because, you know, we're not allowed to win anything. You want to get to like a Tottenham type of trophy cabinet, don't you, where, you know, where we just never won out and they're sort of like ridiculed. And then the fans start pissing and whinging that they never win out. And it's like, do you want to win something now? Because you're bored of finishing 7th in the league. Now you want to start winning stuff. Well, I want to see if we can go and win Carabao Cup. Crystal Palace did it. I'm not going up with an inferiority complex. I think we can go through, have a decent running cup. Can't we get to the semi-finals or something? Have a little bit of fun. Who knows? Who knows? Football might be fucking fun this year. I know nobody likes to hear it and nobody wants to think for a single second that I'm going to enjoy myself this year. But for some portions of the season, I'm not going to enjoy myself. Some portions of the season, I'm really going to enjoy myself. On Monday, pre-arrest, I'm going to be really enjoying myself. And just before if anybody from Ellen Road is watching this or anybody from the police, if you're off duty, leave me alone. If you're on duty, you're more than welcome to knock on the door. But I don't actually mean it. I have no intention. The brain might go, you know, beer in, brain out. You know, you've had your pop off your pop, you know. Yeah, you have to plead innocence if it gets that far, won't you, pal? Never say God's name in vain. Hopefully, we can do some business before the 5-day countdown. But ultimately, let's just get stuck in. Are you behind the DCL, the injury, the big injury DCL? Do you want to buy some weed off Antonio? You know, there's all that. It's a slow day for news, boys. I thought I'd just come on, drop a chat. I'll be doing a quick shit vid in morning where I'll probably talk more in depth about Antonio's dealings and DCL's injury list. As I say, his goal scoring tally is not overwhelming. I think he had a good couple of years when Ancelotti were there. He is Farke's type of footballer, I would say. I get the impression Farke would kind of like him up top. And he's a bit of a target man. And at the risk of getting the pelters, but I've waited till 9 minutes 30 to say it, he's sort of his Bamford's replacement, isn't he? Both in injury and in not character. What's the embodiment? What's the he's a similar player to Bamford, isn't he? Is my ultimate point. You know, he's going to be a bit of a shithouse up top. If he fancies it, he's really physical, really strong, can really, you know, be a nightmare for centre backs, much like Bamford can. which, if we're honest, Peru Parisley can't do. I think it's overplayed his lack of mobility, even though I don't think he's particularly mobile. I think it's overplayed. But Dominic Calvert Lewin on his day can have a good day. And sometimes we're just going to need 20 minutes to go, a big aggressive bastard to come on, aren't we? Providing he is, because I do have my critics of him in general. I've said it months ago when we were on about him, that he doesn't always fancy it, in my humble opinion. And I wonder sometimes with players' injuries, which is a really rude thing to say of players, to be fair, but it's on that Klopp hype when he said about Sturridge, like you got to play through a little bit of pain. I do think there's a bit of an element with some footballers where they've just got a decent life, decent livelihood, live in a lovely house, and they just think, yeah, but I'm off out for a beautiful meal on Sunday with some honey. So do I really want this? And I don't mean like a pot of honey before anybody starts fucking being me up. I ain't no bee. My mama never raised no dummy. I ain't no bee boys, in the B team, the B squad, the B boys. I've just said I'm not a B boy, actually. A B boy is a breakdancer in it. So, and I'm not one of them either. But, shit is as shit does. Nobody do it how it does it. If you don't know by now, you never knew. Please do like, please do subscribe. It's much appreciated. Keep the comments rolling in. I see every single which one of them. If there's some nice comments, which there was yesterday, I say that as though there never is. Majority is nice, but obviously the bad comment does it resonates more in the mind, even by accident. That's what I'm saying. A weaker man would go down, but my mama don't know there's no dummy. All bravery up in this bitch. You know this by now. If you don't know by now, you never knew. Underlap tomorrow, we will be well juiced up. So come and join me for a beer. But if not, a couple of shit vids throughout the day. Morning one, mid-afternoon one, underlap at night. Peace out. Be right back.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is.
Boom.